Things got heated after the Qatar Grand Prix, and not just on the track. A major controversy erupted surrounding a late race move involving Kimi Antonelli and Lando Norris. And it's pulled in some of the biggest names in the paddock, including Toto Wolff and Red Bull's Helmut Marko. The accusation that Antonelli, a Mercedes Jr., deliberately let championship contender Lando Norris pass him. It's a claim that Toto Wolff has absolutely slammed as utter nonsense. So, what exactly happened? During the race, Kimi Antonelli was putting up a fantastic fight, holding off the much faster McLaren of Lando Norris for several laps. Antonelli was driving brilliantly, defending his position like a seasoned pro. But then, late in the race, Antonelli suddenly lost ground, allowing Norris to sweep past and claim fourth place. This move was crucial. It extended Norris's championship lead over Max Verstappen from 10 points to 12 immediately. The Red Bull pit wall was buzzing. Max Verstappen's race engineer, the one and only Gianpiero Lambiase, came on the radio and said, "Not sure what happened to Antonelli. Looks like he just pulled over and let Norris through." That's a pretty direct insinuation. It suggests that Antonelli, driving for a Mercedes-powered team, essentially gave up the fight to help Norris, who is in a tight championship battle with Red Bull's own driver. The speculation didn't stop there. Red Bull's senior advisor, Helmut Marko, a man never shy about sharing his opinion, doubled down on the claim. He told reporters it was clearly intentional and that Antonelli had done it not once, but twice. This poured fuel on the fire, turning a simple on-track incident into a full-blown conspiracy theory. The idea is that Mercedes, with their own championship hopes long gone, would rather see a McLaren driver win the title than a Red Bull driver. Well, as you can imagine, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff was not having any of it. When asked about Marko's comments, Wolff was furious. He said, "Bless him. Helmut, this is total, utter nonsense. That blows my mind even to hear that." Wolff was visibly angry, pointing out just how ridiculous the suggestion was from his perspective. He laid out the facts. Mercedes is currently fighting for second place in the Constructors' Championship, a position that's incredibly important for team morale and, of course, prize money. On top of that, their own driver, Kimi Antonelli, was in a fight for a potential third place in the drivers' standings. Wolff asked, "How brainless can you be to even say something like this?" He was clearly frustrated, not just by the accusation, but by his own team's performance in the race. Wolff explained, "It annoys me because I'm annoyed with the race itself, how it went. I'm annoyed with the mistake at the end. I'm annoyed with other mistakes, and then hearing such nonsense blows my mind." He's making it clear that his focus is on his own team's performance, not on playing games in the championship battle between McLaren and Red Bull. To clear things up, Wolff even spoke directly to Lambiase after the race. He said, "I spoke to GP, saw him, and obviously he's emotional in that moment because they needed a P3, I guess, to win the championship. Now, they need more." He's acknowledging the high-stakes pressure that the Red Bull team is under. The championship is on a knife edge, and every single point matters. So, what really happened to Antonelli? According to Wolff, it was a simple driver error, the kind that can happen to anyone, especially under pressure. He explained, "I said to him, Kimi just went off. He had a bit of a moment in the previous corner, and then entry speed into that left-hander, put the gas down, and at that moment, which can happen, that lost the position. It wasn't a conspiracy. It was a mistake, a small lockup or a twitch on the throttle, and at these speeds. That's all it takes to lose a position." Wolff says that after this explanation, things are settled with Lambiase. So, with GP, everything is clear. Cleared the air. He said he didn't see the situation. Lambiase admitted he was just reacting to what he saw on the timing screens, without the benefit of seeing the onboard replay of Antonelli's car. It highlights how quickly narratives can form in the heat of the moment. But Wolff saved his strongest words for the broader accusation. He questioned the very premise of Mercedes interfering in the championship fight. Why would we do this? Why would we even think about interfering in a driver's championship? I mean, you really need to check yourself, whether you see ghosts. He's essentially telling his rivals to stop looking for conspiracies and focus on the racing. This whole episode really highlights the intense pressure cooker that is Formula One, especially when a championship is on the line. Teams are looking for any advantage, and sometimes that can lead to suspicion and accusations. Red Bull sees a potential conspiracy where Mercedes sees a simple racing incident. For McLaren and Lando Norris, it was a welcome gift, a couple of extra points that could prove vital by the end of the season. But for Kimi Antonelli, it's a tough situation. He drove a fantastic race, defending against one of the best drivers on the grid, only to have his hard work overshadowed by a conspiracy theory. It is a reminder of how quickly a driver's reputation can be unfairly questioned in this sport. So, what do you think? Was it a simple mistake by a driver pushing the limits, as Toto Wolff insists? Or do you think there's more to it, and that Red Bull's suspicions might have some merit? It's a classic Formula One debate filled with drama, accusations, and high-stakes racing. The battle between Red Bull and McLaren is getting spicier with every race, and this controversy just adds another fascinating layer to the championship story. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you side with Toto Wolff or Helmut Marko on this one? It is a messy situation that shows just how intense the fight for the 2025 world title has become. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more F1 content. See you in the next one.